On here, go live with Be Polite, add, start video, start video, start video. Woo! Jesus.
And it was good. The strawberry was good. Yeah. No, no, no.
Okay, y'all probably y'all gonna keep y'all phone on?
I kiss you. How's it going?
I'm good. Y'all keeping the phone on with all that noise?
We new to this whole live situation.
Okay, so what you should probably do is either mute your phone or cut the volume down. Because we can hear everything. Oh, maybe I can cut you down. I'll cut you down. I'll cut you down. If y'all asking questions, I don't know. I'm just going to roll with it, okay? I ain't going to be able to see because I'm live on YouTube, Periscope, Instagram, my Facebook page, personal, y'all Facebook group, and my Facebook fan page. What's up? We everywhere. We out here, okay? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little date night on a budget, okay? Use the term budget loosely. It just depends on whose budget. Let me put on my apron so I don't get my shirt dirty. We're gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna put the apron on. That way we can really tell some stuff real fast, okay? All right. Well, I think the first thing we need on any date night is a beverage, okay? So I've been really stuck on French 75s lately, which are fancy cocktails. But what I love is that it don't have to be French. It ain't got to be 75, okay? So we're going to make the Atlanta 85, huh? It's my take on a French 75, but Atlanta style, because that's where I'm at. I'm in Atlanta, okay? So you can make it with cognac, or you can make it with cognac, or you can make it with gin, okay? I'm a cognac fan, so we make mine with cognac, okay? But you can do whatever you like on yours. Okay, so these are the ingredients for our French 75, okay? I've got some cognac or some Hennessy, obviously, because that's what I like, okay? Hold on, let me fix YouTube so YouTube can see real good. Hold on one second. They can't see everything. Okay, there we go. All right, I got the Hennessy. You need some fresh squeezed lemon juice. It don't matter who scrolls it, okay? I like to use, if I'm not gonna use fresh squeezed, then I will use the organic lemon juice that comes like this in the bottle, okay? And the only ingredient is organic lemon juice, not citric acid, none of that stuff, okay? All right, since this is Atlanta Peach, I have some peach Stella Rosa, okay? It's a little peach wine. And I have a Clementine and peach San Pellegrino, because I just had to land around. And the thing about a French 75 is you need something sparkly. So I didn't really have nothing sparkly. This is the sparkliest thing I have, besides my personality, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start, I should probably get some ice. Let me get some ice, hold on. And this is good because, you know, we can categorize this under cocktails for a crowd, okay? Because you don't have to use, if you're trying to be on budget, you don't have to use the Hennessy. You can use, you know, a different brand of cognac if you prefer. Okay, so with my ice, I'm gonna put in my juice. This is lemon juice. Put in as much as you like, okay? This is really no science to this, okay? But I'm probably gonna put the same amount of lemon juice, so equal parts lemon juice to equal parts cognac, Okay, let that stick with you. All right, equal parts lemon juice, equal parts cognac. So there's my lemon juice, and then here's my cognac. That's about equal. Okay, there you go. Equal part. I never did so well in math, okay? It's Sunday. As often as you do this in remembrance of me, okay? And then this is the peach. I'm gonna taste it by itself. I bet it's good. Before I add it to this picture. Let me see. Oh, that's good. Okay. So I'm using peach stuff. If you can't find the peach Stella Rosa, you can use like a peach nectar, a mango nectar. You may sell that. Just don't use the Goya brand, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna put in a little bit of this peach situation, just a little bit, okay? Now the thing about that lemon juice and that cognac is it's real tart. And the thing about a really great cocktail that I love is that I like the balance of the tart and the sweet, okay? So you can use simple syrup. If you have simple syrup, you can use that. If not, I'm going to be using Sucra drops, S-U-C-R-A. You get these from Amazon, but just a couple of drops is all you need, and that'll help sweeten the whole thing. Now, I'm gonna taste it in a second just to make sure it's got enough. If not, we're gonna add some more. And then I got a sparkling water. This is from San Pellegrino. This is clementine and peach. It's what I had because you need something sparkly in a French 75, but this is an Atlanta 85 because there's always traffic, okay? And we're gonna add this whole container right there. All right, let's give that a stir with whatever contraption you find, okay? This is how we cook. We cook with whatever we find, okay? It's the first thing I looked up. It's the first thing I'm gonna use, okay? Now, I just wanna taste it for the sweetness. Just to make sure the sweetness is on point. Let me see. And if not, then we'll add a little more, okay? But let me see. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Let me get another glass. I know somebody else wants some too.
Oh, amen.
Let me get another glass. Y'all, hold on. All right, here we go. We have a guest in the kitchen with us today. As sparkly as she is. Either way. My friend Crystal's here. You guys know Crystal. You've seen Crystal before in all the pound cake photos. Taste it. But you ain't on the camera. Can anybody see you? There you go. Perfect balance of tart, perfect balance of sweet, a little bit of bubbly. Let's cook. Okay, so I don't know if was the menu announced? Crystal, Dedrick, did you guys tell people what we were doing, or is it a surprise?
Surprise.
It's a surprise.
They do have the recipes.
Okay. Oh, you got the recipes. All right, cool. So let's do this. It's date night, and if you want to get laid, you should make mashed potatoes, okay? So I'm going to show you that. Well, you know, you should make them regardless. Even if getting laid is not your goal. Mashed potatoes are good because they're really simple to do. So I'm going to show you how to make some double cream steakhouse potatoes, okay? Now, if you got the heart, or you got the sugar, you might want to take you an extra Lipitor or an extra metformin or something like that if you have that, okay? Because this is about to be loaded with all types of good stuff, okay? All right, so let me get a knife. And I'm sorry, I'm not a potato peeler, okay? But I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna take, these are Yukon Gold potatoes. And the reason we use Yukon Golds when making any kind of like mashed potato situation is because the Yukon Golds are buttery. The Yukon Golds are rich. The Yukon Golds have thin skin, okay? You can't talk about these. They skin too thin, okay? The thick ones you can talk about, but these you can't talk about. All right? And all we do is cut them down in half and then into chunks, okay? And then I'm gonna put them in this pot of water so I can rinse them off real good and then put them on the stove. So I am a fan of a mashed potato. I'm also a fan of a mashed potato done the right way, okay? Now again, if you are into the peeling of the potato, then by all means, I want you to peel until your heart is content, okay? Until the Lord says, well done, thy good and faithful servant. But I'm not a peeler of a potato like that, so I'm good, all right? Okay, so these are gonna go in water. And you know the good thing about a potato is you can flavor it a bunch of different ways. This is like literally a blank canvas for the potato.
Hey, Darius, tilt down a little bit. Your head is cut off. Tilt the camera down some.
My head is cut off. That's because you're on this double, if I tilt it, you're not gonna be able to see the cutting board, see? They only give you so much real estate. You see, they only give you so much real estate on these apps. Y'all got to tag. Can somebody tag Mark Zuckerberg in here and tell him we need more room when we do something like this? Okay, I know you can see on Periscope. I know you can see on the other ones. We're specifically talking about Instagram people. Okay. Now look, slosh these around, okay? That's gonna help get rid of some of that starch. Slosh them around real good, okay? And then we can pour out the excess water, and then we're gonna fill it up again and get it on the stove. Now, I'm gonna show you a secret. You can't tell nobody this, okay? If you tell people this, everybody's going to be doing it, all right? And then it will no longer be our little secret. What you do is, when you boil the potatoes, you put a couple of cloves of fresh garlic into the potato situation when you boil it, okay? What that's gonna do? Come on, ask me. What that's gonna do? Let me tell you what it's gonna do. Whatever is inside of the water will get absorbed into the potato. So if there's no flavor in the water, there'll be no flavor in the potato, okay? So I've got a couple of cloves, by couple I mean 3 cloves of garlic that I'm putting inside of this pot to get this to boil. And I really want to maximize the flavor. So I'm gonna do one more thing, and that's I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon right in here, right? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm flavoring the liquid that the potatoes are going to cook in. What that's gonna do is permeate the potato with lots of amazing flavor, and then we're gonna have a good time with the potatoes, okay? So that's it, real simple on step number 1. So the first thing we do is we have us a little piece of cocktail. Yes? How is it?
That's good.
Yeah, this is a Atlanta 85. Mm-hmm. It's my take on a French 75. Okay? And then we have our potatoes on. Now let's talk about our main situation, because I feel like you need something sumptuous and something juicy and real good if you're talking about date night. And ain't nothing more cheap on date night than chicken and spinach. But it's all about how you put it together. You feel me? So what I'm gonna do is I have some frozen spinach straight from the bag. Okay? And I'm gonna put the frozen spinach into a bowl. I'm gonna do my best to squeeze out some of the excess moisture. So make sure you squeeze it out. You hear that? That's all the liquid coming from that spinach, okay? Hold on one second. I'm squeezing. Okay, look at that. So this is, I don't know, it's about 2 cups. So it's 1 package of frozen spinach. They say the weight is 12 ounces. But it looks like about a cup and a half, 2 cups of spinach. It's better to use frozen. Now people always ask, can you use fresh? Can you use fresh? Can you use fresh? Yes, but you know what happened with that fresh spinach? When you cook that fresh spinach, it'd be like gross pay to net pay, okay? It'd be a fool. So really, this works better when you do it with what we got going on, which is frozen spinach, okay? One of my favorite ingredients in the world, besides butter and mascarpone cheese, is cream cheese. So I'm gonna throw in a package of cream cheese at room temperature if you can, right? Room temperature if you can. Throw that right into here with the spinach. Like that. So that's so simple. Look at that. 2 ingredients so far. Okay? Now you can't mess this up. But let's break up this cream cheese against this spinach with a wooden spoon. You gotta work this out real fast. I know, it's the oven talking. You gotta work this out real good. Because what you wanna do is you really want to mix really well the cream cheese with the spinach. So it's like one, homogeneous mixture. Yes, that's what you wanna do. Yeah, big word. One homogeneous mixture. And that cream cheese is gonna act as a vehicle to make sure this spinach and what we're about to season this with is evenly distributed all over in our mixture, okay? Now, I'm stuffing chicken today, chicken breast, because talk about date night, you can go down to the Costco, Doc, okay? You go to the Costco, get you a pack of chicken breast. They got 10 of those in the chicken breast on a good day, about $12, okay? Put them in the freezer. Guess what you got? Dinner. So chicken breast is what I'm doing today, but you can certainly stuff pork chop. You can stuff lobster. If you find some jumbo prawns or shrimp, you can do that. I bet you this inside of a ribeye steak would be delicious, or like a rib roast, or if you, rib roast. With the crusted, with the outside, with the salt and the pepper. Ooh. That'll be good. All right. We need to season this. So I've got some kosher salt. Okay. It look like a lot, but chicken ain't got no seasoning. Spinach don't have no seasoning, and cream cheese don't have any seasoning. What you say?
No flavor.
Right, no flavor. All right. Okay, and then let me grab some other stuff. I need some of this. I need a little bit of this. A little pinch of this. A little pinch of this. And a little pinch of this. Okay, let's go. Because you want it to taste good. You know what I mean? So I put salt in here, but we have to add a few more things. The first thing I'm gonna add is a little bit of dry fennel, a pinch of that. I can put dry fennel on everything. It's so good. Okay, this is garlic powder. So I'm gonna put a pinch of garlic powder down to the bowl as well. Okay, how bad can that be? Garlic, fennel, cream cheese, spinach. It sounds like a good time. if you ask me. Okay. Then I got some onion powder, a little pinch of that. Okay. And I'm going to use a little pinch of herbs de Provence or Italian seasoning, either one you got. Just a little pinch to sort of give us that like herbaceous note that goes throughout. Okay. And then I've got some smoked paprika. Hello.
Goodbye.
A little smoked paprika, because that's going to add a little depth of flavor to the whole thing and make it taste really, really good. Got a little pinch of fresh cracked pepper. And then you might be noticing something. This a little stiff, Darius. I'm supposed to stuff this stiffness into the chicken? No. 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 We got a little piece of heavy cream. Okay? So you put you a little piece of heavy cream down to the bowl. And then you mix that together. Okay? And now all of a sudden, you have this sort of mixture, this filling that you would be like, now listen, this don't look half bad. I know. Okay? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This not on the recipe, but I got some in my kitchen, so I said, let me use this. I have some, what I got? I got some Parmesan. What's this? This is Pecorino Romano, and this is feta. Feta cheese. You like feta? Feta. You like feta?
Uh-huh.
I got a little piece of cow's milk feta cheese. So now, come on, how bad this could be? Cream cheese, heavy cream, spinach, and feta. Okay, I might have put a little too much in there. That's all right. It's cheese. It's keto. Stir that together, and we're gonna put this to the side for a moment. Okay. Now, this is a very inexpensive process, a very inexpensive mixture that is gonna be amazing. You see that? You see that? Okay. Now let me show you what I got. Plastic cutting board. And I went and picked up, like I told you, I went down to the Costco and picked up some chicken breasts, okay? When I get my chicken breast home, I put it into a food saver bag, all right? Shout out to Food Saver, they ain't give me no check yet, but I put it in my food saver bag. And then I freeze it so that it's ready to go whenever I'm ready for it. Because ain't nobody gonna eat 19 chicken breasts at one time. It's too much. Okay? So this has these are 2 chicken breasts. These are some big, these are humongous. Okay? You see this? This is humongous, all right? So we gotta get some work done with these here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a pocket or a slit into the side of the chicken breast. A deep pocket, but don't go all the way through. If you do, it's all right. But do your best not to go all the way through the end of the chicken breast, okay? Use a sharp knife, and then just make sure you watch your hands, because what you don't want to do is perform surgery on yourself, okay? Without anesthesia. I ain't never did it, but I could imagine it gonna feel good. See that? Look at that. See that? See how we got a nice deep pocket like that? Okay. Get your line out the gutter. It's chicken. Okay. All right. Let's do the other one as well. All right. We're gonna open him up. I guess you can call it a her. Okay. And we're gonna go deep pocket. Same thing. See? Nice deep pocket over there as well. Now, I like to season this before I stuff it, because if you don't season it before you stuff it, it will be almost impossible to make sure you get the right amount of seasonings onto the chicken, okay? Literally almost impossible to do that. So before I go to town, I got a few pieces of shrimp. These shrimp were hanging out in my freezer. So I said, let me defrost this shrimp real fast, because we're going to put this shrimp, this date night, okay? And we're going all out on a budget with our shrimp, okay? You can use crab. Crab would be a really good addition to this. I just didn't have none. You see what I'm saying? And everybody normally has shrimp in their freezer, so a couple pieces of shrimp. I'm just gonna mix the shrimp in with this, with the filling, okay? And then we're good to go. All right, these are already peeled. I mean, already deveined. Obviously, they're not peeled. All right, and I'm just gonna cut them in half and throw them up in here. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. This mixture, get you a pie dough, okay? Smooth this mixture out on top of your pie dough and brush the edges with garlic butter and put it in the oven, okay? 375 degrees, about 14, 15 minutes. Quick and easy dinner that is delicious. I might do that this week. I might do that. Let's see. We'll see what the Lord say. Okay? Okay. Now, what I want to season this with is salt and pepper, obviously, right? Where's my salt? Over here. So, season liberally with salt. It's a lot of chicken. Okay? And we're going to put that right there because we're coming back to that in a second. I have some pepper. And I'm going to put a little Cajun seasoning on mine. Get you a non-salted Cajun seasoning and go to town, okay? So I got a little non-salted situation, a little non-salted Cajun seasoning I'm going to throw on here, okay? Now, before I get ready to put these, because you can put these in the oven, this could go in the air fryer. I like to do mine on the stove, like start it on the stove, but finish it in the oven. So my oven is preheated to 400 degrees. And I'm gonna move my potatoes down here, and I'm gonna get this up pretty high. It's cast iron skillet. That's kind of all I really cook in sometimes, be cast iron, because that's what I like. All right, here we go. Now what we're gonna do is put on some PPE. Because this gets a little messy. Now, don't put the seasonings up, because we got to season the other side of the chicken, but I'm not going to season the other side of the chicken until I get it in the stove, on the stove. All right, so let me just mix up my shrimp and my feta. See, look at that. Oh, boy. How could this be bad? How could this be bad? Look at this. Let me come. I'm gonna bring it to the camera so y'all can see it closely. I'm gonna come to each camera so you can see. Look at that. How could that be bad? You see that? Can you see? Oh. All right. There's no way that's gonna be bad. Okay. Now what we do is we stuff some of the filling inside the chicken breast. This has shrimp, spinach, feta cheese. If you don't have feta, you can use Parmesan, pecorino. It don't even matter. And I like to put way too much filling in there. You see what I'm saying? Like, just stuff it till you can't stuff no more. It's gonna fall out a little bit. That's all right. Okay, get back in there. Okay, so this is, look at that. See that? Okay, I know. You got to tell me. I know. Okay, same thing with this one. We're gonna stuff it in with that shrimp, the feta cheese, and the spinach. Okay, and we're gonna really put as much as we can inside. Okay, If you wanted to do you a little piece of toothpick or something, you could go to town with that. If you wanted to, it's completely up to you how you want to do it. I'm not going to do it, but you could if you wanted to. Okay? All right. Stove, or our pan on the stove is super hot. And I'm using a little bit of olive oil. So the technique is chicken breasts go down on the same side that we seasoned, okay? What we'll do is once it sears up, we're gonna flip it, okay? Season the other side, and then put that in the oven. It's called a roadmap. Okay, olive oil goes down. Okay, and this is hot, so we got to move quickly if you want to keep the house you live in. Okay, all right. Chicken breasts go down, season side down. Perfect. Now let's season the other side that we ain't seasoned yet, okay? Don't you hate one side seasoned food? You gotta eat both sides, so you might as well season both sides, okay? So, Cajun seasoning. A little bit of salt. Hold on, let me dry my hand though. A little bit of salt. Okay, and then a couple of turns of fresh cracked black pepper. Okay, now the key to this is once you put it in there, don't touch it. Don't be in there flipping it. Don't be in there, let me see, let me look, let me see what's going on. Let it sit there, let it cook, okay? Let it get nice and toasty. Okay? Then we're gonna flip it. Let the oven do all the rest of the work, okay? All right, we need to do 2 more things. Look at your neighbor and say 2 more things. My favorite is a green bean. I don't like pecans, but I love pecans and green beans. So I'm gonna do a little butter pecan green bean real fast because, you know, why not? Let me clean myself up. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I keep a clean situation around here. You know, we have that chicken floating everywhere. And I want to make sure we do our best to limit a little bit of cross-contamination. Okay? All right, let me check on this chicken because I don't want it to burn. You gotta see this. You gotta see this. Let me show you. This is what happens when you put it in and you don't touch it, okay? Look at that. You see what I mean when I tell you how it gets nice and golden brown up top? Can you guys see that? That's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? You see that? All right? Yeah, and the stuffing stays in. I don't know what y'all thought. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, into the oven. And the oven will finish cooking it, and the oven will do the rest of the work. Okay? Now, it can't be more simple than that. It can't be no simpler than what we just did. Okay? All right. Let's go to town. Another one of my favorite ingredients in the world is a little bit of bacon, huh? Never met, I mean, I'm telling you, I never met a slice of bacon I didn't like. A couple of strips, maybe. That's only a couple. Use as much as you like. Okay? But this is only a couple. This is, I guess, you know, if you're not into the pork, you can certainly substitute this for the beef or the turkey, I guess. But there's just something about this bacon that just gives me a heart full of joy. Yes. Don't you find that when you have bacon, it brightens everything around you? Okay, let's get a skillet. All right, get a skillet. And we're gonna put the skillet on. And we're gonna put the bacon into a cold skillet so we can start to render some of the fat out from the bacon. Okay, because that's gonna make our green beans taste what? Amazing. Okay. Simple, right? I mean, we haven't done anything complicated. We haven't done anything that is like super hard to do. Everything we've done has been like, oh, I can do that. That's easy. Told you. These are green beans. These are small French green beans called haricots verts. Okay? It don't sound like the way it's spelled. Okay? It's pronounced haricots verts, but it's spelled haricot something or other. Okay? But they're French green beans. They're skinnier and smaller than your normal regular green beans. Okay? And the great thing about these is, I mean, they're great raw. You can eat them raw. You can blanch them, throw them in a salad. I mean, they're fantastic. So, you know, if you want to step up your green bean game, haricots verts is the way to go, okay? What I do is I just line them up and I chop off both ends. Well, you know what? The stem end. Like this. Hold on, I missed a couple. Let me do a look at inspection. I missed a couple. There we go. They wasn't all quite lined up. But boom, there you go. Now, when I was growing up, for whatever reason, my grandmother used to snap them in half. I never understood why she would do that. To this day, I'm still confused on why we used to snap the green beans in half. So out of rebellion, I don't snap the green beans. I just cut them. Okay, because I'm not going to sit up here and snap no green beans like that, and I don't need to, okay? So we take off one end, and I got a few stragglers, and I'm going to take off the other ones. Okay. All right, we good. We'll give these a rinse. And then I'm going to get rid of all of this into the garbage disposal. All right, let's go. We need some flavor in with this bacon, okay? We need some flavor. Please, always, whenever you want to render your bacon, start off with a nice cold pan. Don't heat the pan up first, because if you heat the pan, you'll cook the bacon before the bacon fat has enough chance to come out and say, hey, how you doing? And you just say, hey, back to it and keep going. That's it. All right, let's get some onion. And I have some garlic. Oh, you know what I got in here? I got some shallots. We should be fancy. Let's do shallots instead of garlic. I mean, instead of onions. Huh? Let's do that. So this is a shallot. See that? Looks like an onion. Tastes like a milder, sweeter onion. If you can't find a shallot, use an onion. But it actually peels and cuts just like an onion. So let's use that. And we'll throw this right in to the mix. Okay, with what we have going on. All right, so let's cut this up. A little dice is nice. Now this is fancy. When the last time you cooked with a shallot for the one you love? Or the one you want to love? Or the one that you want to love you? Or the one that you don't have that one day will come that you will love? I know. I'm single too. Don't feel bad. Singles get a lot of flack for whatever reason. Why we get flack? Because we're single. Ooh, careful. Careful. That was God. You playing around. I done sent you the right one. You're playing. Okay, I'm going to toss the shallots into the situation over here with my bacon. That way the shallots can start to get married with the bacon, which is always nice to do, okay? And then let's use some fresh, what's this? Garlic.
Yeah.
Fresh garlic. Couple of cloves, huh? That's one. That's two. You know what I feel like? I feel like you never can have enough garlic and stuff. I feel like garlic is one of those things that, like, I'm like that with cilantro. Cilantro for me is like, give me more. I feel the same way with the garlic. Bacon smells good, don't it? Smell like we cooking in here. Okay. All right, fresh garlic. I just put it down, and then with the back of my knife, give it a little tap to smash it, and then the skins come right off. Be careful, because if you do it too hard, it'll ricochet. Okay, so you have to be careful. What we don't want is the ricochet happening. Like the other day on my live. Why I can't get this out? Hold on. There you go. All right, so that's 3 cloves. This is 4 cloves. Hold on. This one got a little, this one ain't that fresh. Hold on. I'm gonna pick around the not so fresh part. Cause you know, when you growing up, you don't throw stuff away. You just cut around it. Okay. Here go one more, and here go one more. So how many is that? Hold on, this one ain't that fresh either. Let me cut around him. Hold on. There you go. See ya. Okay. So this is, you know, some cloves of garlic. Give that a good chop. And then let's put the garlic right in with the bacon and the shallots. All right, let's give that a stir. And I want you to see what that looks like. I want you to see what's starting to happen, okay? You start to get all this like flavor developing, all this good stuff, okay? This is a good time to add in these green beans. That way the green beans cook while the bacon cooks. See that? Huh? You see that? Okay. Now, this needs a lid. This is not the lid that came with that pot. Okay? This is not the lid that came with that skillet, but we need to cover this up. So I'm gonna cover this up with the lid that fits. Amen. Amen. Okay, let's work on these potatoes real fast because they done. You want to cook your potatoes until they're fork tender. What does fork tender means? You stick a fork in them and they're tender, they fall off. That's what fork tender means, okay? I get so many, how long do you cook the potato? Until they fork tender. All right, I'm gonna strain them out. Okay, and then put the potatoes back in the hot pot. The steam from the pot will help eliminate the rest of the excess water. And then I need hold on, I got to find my utensils. Hold on, y'all. I got one. I'm looking for my potato masher, okay? That's what I'm looking for. So, before we do anything, before we add any seasonings, add any butter, add any liquid, I like to mash the potatoes first because it's so much easier to mash and stir versus stirring and then mashing, okay? It's a little FYI for you. It's so much easier. And then your potato masher will collect some of your skins. So you end up with, look at that. See what I mean? Your potato masher catches some of your skins and you end up with something that looks like this. So much better, okay? So we have softened potatoes, but now we gotta go to town and make it taste good. Let me check my green beans. They good. All right, first thing I want to add to my potatoes is, if you know me, you ain't even got to figure this out. If you know who I am, you know what I do. We ain't even got to discuss what we add. The first thing we add is mascarpone cheese. Okay, mascarpone cheese is like it's an Italian cream cheese. It's a little bit sweeter, a little bit softer, but it has this really velvety texture that will add tons of flavor and dimension to our potatoes, okay? So that's the first cream we're adding. I did say double cream, did I not? I did, okay. And then you wanna put a little bit of butter. I'm not putting the whole thing in there. You wanna put a little bit of butter into your potatoes, okay? We need to season this with some salt. And some pepper. What I'll do with it? I got it. So it's a little bit of butter, not that much. Okay. All right, give that a stir. And before we add in the cream, you want to look at the consistency. Oh God. Oh, I wish you could see this. Oh Lord Jesus. It's just butter and mascarpone. It's really all we added, okay? I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in here. A little bit of garlic powder. And then I'm gonna swig, let me swig some water in this pan behind me. Hold on, y'all. Before I've been done burnt something up. Hold on. There we go. I wanted to steam a little bit. Okay, a little bit of heavy cream. Okay, that way we have double cream steakhouse potatoes, and this is why they taste so darn delicious. Is because you put that heavy cream in there with the mascarpone, ooh, and then the butter. And then look at what you end up with. I'm gonna bring this pot around so y'all can see. Look at this. Okay, look at this. Can you see that? Look at this. Okay, I'm bringing it to every camera so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right. I want you to see. Somebody said there's too much butter in the mashed. There's never a such thing as too much butter in mashed potatoes. What are y'all talking about? What are you talking about? These are mashed potatoes. You need butter. I'm gonna check it for the salt content. Let me see. Oh my God. Taste these.
Come on, with.
Yeah, come on. Taste these. Tell me what you think about those.
They're good.
Isn't it amazing?
You put some cream in there?
Yeah, I put heavy cream, butter, mascarpone, a little salt. Okay. We halfway there. No, we 75%. Chicken's in the oven. Green beans are behind us. Green beans. Let's take a look at them. Let's look at them. I had a towel. Oh, here you go. So green beans are green beaning, right? And so this has the bacon with the shallot and the garlic in here, getting nice and good, okay? I like my green beans a little more soft than this. Not church green beans. You know, Sunday church green beans, Baptist green beans be real, real soft. I mean, you know, I eat them too. Now, listen, I will eat them as well, okay? But in this particular case, we're not gonna do that.
What you mean?
I'm looking for my, I need another pot, but I don't know what I did with it. You know what I could do this with? A skillet. Here go one right here. We'll do it with this skillet. All right. Let me show you what we're about to do for dessert. We have to discuss dessert. Okay. One of the most underrated products ever in life is a bag of frozen peaches. Okay? One of the most underrated products ever is a bag of frozen peaches. Okay? I love using frozen peaches because, first of all, aren't they gorgeous? They were picked when they were super ripe. Well, they look beautiful. Don't they? I know. Okay, let's put some of my favorite stuff in there. Let me get some brown sugar in the peaches. Just a little bit. A little bit of brown sugar. We don't need that much. A little bit of brown sugar. Let's use a little bit of butter. Not that much. Okay? A little bit of butter. I got a little bit of cinnamon. Hold on, let me add some more water to my green bean. What do I do with the towel? Oh, here you go. Okay. Lemon juice. A little swig of that. Cognac. A little swig of that. I mean, listen, you might as well. Okay? What we doing? We cooking. Okay? Then I'm gonna add fresh nutmeg. I don't know if you ever seen fresh nutmeg before, but it looks like this. It comes in like a nut, kinda, right? And then you just take your microplane and you grate fresh nutmeg all throughout the peaches, like this. Isn't this great? It's so much better when it's fresh like that too. Fresh nutmeg, fresh cinnamon. Why not, right? All right, I can take this mixture now and put this on the stove and let this cook. You can use, I'm just a fan of Hennessy, but you can use, you know, any cognac you want to. You certainly could use a, like a peach crown if you wanted to. We just talked about the peach Stella Rosa. All of that is like beautiful. You can use all of that in the situation, okay? Let's do one more small component to our dessert, and then we can finish off the whole meal. I want you to grab a bowl, and I want you to grab some more butter. Okay? I want you to grab a little more butter. Okay? Into the bowl, we're gonna add the butter. It's just us, so we don't need that much. Okay? It's a little butter. We done used almost a whole pound of butter. It's date night. You're supposed to. Huh? It's date night. You're supposed to do that, okay? All right, put a little sugar in with the butter, okay? And then we're gonna put a little flour in with the sugar and the butter, and a little pinch of salt. I think that's important in this crumble that we're about to make. Okay, and that's why I have the glove on, because what I want to do is I want to crumble the butter in with the flour and the sugar, okay? And then spread that out onto a sheet tray and let the oven do the rest of the work, okay? What we're making is one of my favorite things to eat in the whole wide world, and that's a butter cookie crumble. Okay? Butter cookie crumble, because it is like the perfect vehicle for the way we're going to enjoy this peach cobbler. And I'm going to show you how we do that in a second, okay? So, what you want to do is just crumble. See, it's like a shortbread cookie dough. When it starts to hold together like this, that's how you know you where you need to be, okay? But what we're gonna do is just gonna crumble it over evenly onto a sheet tray like this. This is so simple. A few simple ingredients, that's it, okay? And then this goes off into 400-degree oven until it's golden brown. Now, I like dark skin cookie crumble. I like a mixture. I like mine mostly. You can go light skin or you can go dark skin. I like a light skin crumble. What you say? Huh?
You like dark skin.
In more ways than one. I like a dark skin crumble. Okay, let's finish up these green beans. Let me show you what we got. And then our chicken is ready to come out of the oven too. Let me show you what we got on these green beans. All right. So our green beans are green beaned. Okay. They softened up. The bacon is cooked through, but we ain't seasoned this worth nothing. So this ain't ready to eat just yet. Okay, because we haven't really seasoned it. All we did was cook it until it was done. Okay? All right. I did say butter pecan or pecan or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to add pecans to the green beans, right? We're going to add a little bit of butter to the green beans. And then let's season it up with a little bit of chicken bouillon. A pinch of Cajun seasoning. I'm telling you, how bad could this be? Okay, a little pinch of Cajun. I'm supposed to get something out of here. In my mind, red pepper flake. The drink starting to set in. I'm like, I'm supposed to get something from over there. These are red pepper flakes, like red chili flakes, or as my friend Kim Carter says, red pepper seed. Okay, just a little pinch of that. And then believe it or not, a little pinch of sugar helps round out the whole dish, okay? Okay? Garlic, shallot, onion, bacon. Here you go. I'm gonna put it back on the stove and let it cook through, okay? If you haven't guessed by now, I do have a Hennessy peach cobbler in the works. Except ain't nobody got time to roll out no crust and roll out no dough. So I'm making a Hennessy peach cobbler teeny, and we'll show you about the teeny part in a second. The only downfall is you have to make sure that the consistency with a peach cobbler is right. If the consistency with your peach cobbler is not right, do not bring it to the cookout. The people is gonna talk about you. Okay, I'm just telling you, that's how it's gonna go. So what we do is, you grab a little bit of cornstarch. Okay? Put your cornstarch into your bowl. And then you mix that with equal parts water. Okay? What are we doing? It's called a cornstarch slurry. It's called a cornstarch slurry. And what we're going to use this slurry for is to thicken up that peach cobbler, the filling. So it's going to be real, it's going to be right, okay? Oh, you know what we didn't put in the peach cobbler? Ooh, my grandmama is turning over in her grave, child. Ain't put a touch of vanilla nowhere. Grandma done turned over into her grave. And I know my grandson did not sit up here in front of these thousands of people and make a peach cobbler with no vanilla. Grandma, I'm sorry. Put you a swig of that in there. Okay, swig of vanilla extract. Please, don't forget that. Okay, don't forget that. Our green beans, I mean, could you ask for anything that ever looks so, butter pecan green beans. Could you ask for anything? Look at them. Look at this. Hold on, I want you to see this. Could you have asked for anything better than this? Huh? Could you have asked for anything better than butter pecan green beans? Huh? Ooh, Jesus. Okay, so that's ready to go. The peach cobbler behind me, you can't really see it, but it's smoking and bubbling real good. And I just want to thicken it up while I have an opportunity to, real fast. Did I put butter in here? I'm sure I did. If I know me, of course I'll put butter in the peach cobbler. You can't have no peach cobbler without no butter, can you? No, you need that. Okay, I'm stirring up our slurry, and I'm gonna add a little slurry at a time and stir behind me until I get the desired consistency. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like in 1 second. As soon as it looks good enough for me, I'm gonna show you. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's getting thicker than a snick over here. Okay, we good. Oh God. Oh Lord Jesus. Let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this. Look at this. Would you look at this? Would you get in here and look at what? Oh, see, that's what it got to look like. Okay, it's got to be nice and thick like this here. If it ain't thick like this, I want it. Okay, you want something that's gonna stick to you real good. Look at this. That's what we want. We want something that's gonna stick to you real good. Okay? Put that to the side. Let that hang out for a moment. Let that hang out. Okay. So let's bring this thing on home. Why don't we do that? Remember that chicken? Remember that chicken? Remember the chicken breast with the shrimp and the stuff going on? Remember that? It's right here. It's right here. Okay. Now you can eat this as is, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. See, you can eat that as it is, but if you know me, we got a little work to do. Okay, hold on, I got a little spillage on this one. Ooh. We got a little work to do. In this same pan, because in this pan got all the love and the seasoning. Yes. Yeah. That's good. Woo! Let me get another shallot. Right fast. And let me show you how we're gonna bring this home. Because you need a sauce. You can't have them potatoes and not have you a little sauce. Okay? So get you a shallot or onion, and let's chop that up. And in the same pan that we just used, we're gonna use it a little more. Let the Lord use us right fast with this little sauce we're gonna make. With the sauce on top, okay? All right, a little chop of the shallot. Couple of tablespoons worth. And again, if you don't have shallots, don't worry about it. Onions work good too. Okay? Right into the pan. And my pan look a little dry. So I'm gonna put a little pinch of, not butter, olive oil. All right. Then what I want to do is I want to add a couple more ingredients out the fridge. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. What you need in your life are these ingredients. If you can, screenshot this, okay? This will make the best pan sauce you have ever had in your entire life, okay? This will make the best pan sauce you literally have ever had in your entire existence. Go and screenshot that. Oh, Lord. My phone out, do not disturb. Sorry, y'all. Cookie crumbles, FYI. See that? You see that? These are your butter cookie crumbles right here. We'll deal with those. That's what God is. Now, to our shallots, I want you to add a little bit of Dijon mustard. If you can get the top off. All right, a little Dijon mustard. Mix the Dijon up real good with your shallots that are cooking. Okay, and then to the Dijon, I'm gonna add a couple of dashes of Worcestershire, okay? And then to finish off, a little piece of heavy cream. Okay, little piece of heavy cream. To the heavy cream, I'm gonna add fresh cracked black pepper. And then let's put this together so you can actually see what this ends up looking like as a composed dish. Okay, so a plate. On the bottom of the plate, with the shrimp and whatever else I put in here, I forgot. I didn't have too much Hennessy. Shrimp, feta cheese, spinach, the whole shebang. Okay, with the cream cheese and all that good stuff. It's all seasoned real nicely. Okay. Then on this side, let's put a couple of these butter pecan green beans, seasoned for dear life, on the side here. Okay. And then the piece de resistance is this little pan sauce that we just whipped up, okay? With the shallots and the cream, and you just do a little pour of that sauce right over on top. Oh, just like that. You do a little pour of this sauce. Ooh, right on top, you see. Okay, little pour of your sauce. And this is what you end up with. Okay? And what you end up with. You end up with something that is amazing. Okay? I'm gonna just see how it tastes before we work on this dessert. Let me just see. Here go the green bean with the bacon. Just bow your head and say you a quick word. Hold on. A quick word of grace. Grace. This fool behind this camera done bowed her head, child. Whatever you do, add the sugar. Whatever you do, add the sugar to the green bean. Just a little pinch. It'll balance the heat. It'll balance the sweet and the heat and the salt from. Okay, let me see. Potato with the salt. Come on now. And look at this chicken breast. Look at this. Look at how tender the chicken breast is. You see that? Still smoking. Huh? Still smoking. That's good. With the filling. Come on, let's do this dessert real fast so I can get up out of here. Hold on. And the shrimp pops through there. Okay. 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 Let me get a martini glass. I don't have one readily available. I probably do in the cabinet. Look in that cabinet. Yeah, let's see if it's a martini glass over there. I'm sure it is. That's her run. She running. You can't reach it? We're going to use this. Don't worry about it. We're going to use this one. So I got to imagine this was a little martini glass. Just imagine. Okay? Oh, Lord. What I want to do is take some of my peach cobbler filling, okay? The thick peach cobbler filling that we seasoned down, okay, with the butter and a little bit of butter, a little bit of brown sugar. You know, we didn't put that much in there. Yeah, we did. This dessert, okay? This dessert. You fill up like that, okay? Then what we're gonna do is my favorite are these little butter cookie crumbles. You see this? Honey, these things, have you had these before? First girl. First girl. Take the whole one right there. And they still warm. So the butter cookie crumbles are like, little bites of heaven. And that's why I like mine to be dark skin, because the dark skin cookie crumbles oh, they be good. How you supposed to? I can eat these by themselves. Don't even need no peach cobbler with them.
You need to sprinkle peach cobbler juice.
On here? Okay. Take some of the crumbles, whatever you don't eat, and put the crumble. This is my kryptonite. This and cornbread. I'm sorry. This and cornbread. Kryptonite, okay? And this is nothing but 4 ingredients. Salt, flour, sugar, and butter. That's it. Who would have ever thought it'd be so doggone good? I ain't no room. Huh?
You want to know it?
Okay. This only missing one thing. It's beautiful, is it not? This is why I had to have weight loss surgery. Okay? This is why I had to have weight loss surgery. Shit. Put that to the side for 1 second. We're just gonna do a little bit of homemade whipped cream. Just a little bit. You know, I know my way around a mixer or two. Let's plug it up. Let me find a plug. Let me go right here. Yep. And I have a whisk attachment. Okay. And let's get some cold cream. Some cold whipped cream out the refrigerator. And then put the cold cream in the bowl. Okay. We ain't gonna put that much. That's all we need. I'm sorry. They too good. It's so good. Oh, I will tell you. I thought about putting it on top of a sour cream pound cake. Like a crunch, like a sour cream crunch cake with these.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. A little piece of sugar. And then a little piece of vanilla. That's all you need. Whip that together for a few moments. All right, come taste. The flavors are exquisite, okay? Now, I don't like my whipped cream whipped until it's butter. I like my whipped cream with nice, soft, fluffy peaks to it, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm gonna show you what we do now. Okay, I'm gonna take my fresh whipped cream and dollop it right over on top of my peach cobbler that has my, that's got my stuff going on, okay? What's up? What's that? Then a little piece more cinnamon like this here. Okay. And just so we can make sure it's pressed down, shaken together, and running over, let's top it with a little bit more of our butter cookie crumbles. Now bow your head and say grace on this, okay? Oh my God. How do you even begin? How do you even begin to get in here and, oh, oh. Oh. Look at this. Look. Would you look at this? Would you look at this? Hold on, sit up here, dear. This is some fat shit. But look at this. Baby, this is amazing. You understand me? This thing is seasoned. What else do you want? What more do you want? Okay? We done hooked up an amazing date night dinner that I done broke into. Okay? With the cream sauce and the green beans, the butter pecan green beans, with the stuffed chicken breasts. You can do that with fish if you want to, whatever you want. Okay? We have our Atlanta 85, and we got our white peach cobbler teenies. Listen, I'm full, but I'm gonna still eat a little bit. And these recipes you can actually find at DariusCooks.tv. The butter pecan green beans are in the keto cookbook. The stuffed chicken breast and the potatoes on the website. So is the peach cobbler. Huh? Play with me if you want to. Now, Dedrick and Crystal, they wanted me to mention something. I just turned you guys up. You wanted me to mention your page, right?
Right. The co-preneur.
Okay.
Yes.
That's on Facebook. It's on Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram. The co-preneur.
Okay. They have a page
So
called...
for couples and entrepreneurs. Yeah.
So, okay, for couples who want to be entrepreneurs, they have a lovely page called the Co-preneur. Co-preneur. I would spell it, but Hennessy.
Like a couple and entrepreneur had a baby, and it's a co-preneur.
No, we know what it means. We just can't spell it. C-O-P-R-E-N-E-U-R. Co-preneur. How's that?
You got it.
How's that? Okay.
Yep.
So this live is basically sponsored by them. So you guys can go check out their Instagram page. They also have a group and a page on Facebook called the Co-preneur. Okay? Here we go. Two things I want to tell you as I always do. Oh boy, I'm stuffed. Food is my life. It's my food. Until next time. I do want to wish you guys a happy cooking from my heart to yours. Bye, everybody. Whew.
Thanks, Darius.
Thanks, Darius.
Oh, you're welcome. I am stuffed.